Hear from her.
Yeah, yeah. I'm almost like talking, and then we could just transition to this. Taj Jackson is like, we talk about this stuff, we see this stuff, we see these headlines, and we get to see the body language and all that. But then when you actually hear it from the people who are dealing with it firsthand and have dealt with these people, it almost, makes you, gets you a little kind of like, scared a little bit.
Shook.
It's just like, whoa, this is really real. But Taj Jackson.
Yeah, bro. So we sitting here getting ready earlier this afternoon.
Yeah.
And get a text from Taj Jackson. He was like, thank you. Appreciate y'all work. If you got 5 minutes of your time, I want to give some commentary on the Gayle King situation. I want to call it Gayle Kim. I think that was an old wrestler or something. Gayle King. Obviously, him having experience with Gayle King when it comes to his uncle and the controversy surrounding that. And we all know Oprah and her relationship with the Jacksons. If you don't know, we'll give you a brief history as we go along the commentary in that, because she was brought up heavy in this commentary. He asked not to have his vocals or have the commentary put on wax. So out of respect, we won't do that. But he said, fair game to talk about what we talked about. We're going to go in. So we talked about Gayle King. We had a conversation yesterday about Gayle King, and I said that I felt as though she may not have known that CBS. She may have knew that they were going to manipulate the pieces, but did not know it was going to be dropped. We asked him about that. He answered that. But just real quick, what did you think about the conversation with Ty?
I thought it, went along the lines of what we kind of got to towards the end, and the point that I was making, that her hands aren't as clean as she's making it seem now. Yeah. Today, Oprah came out, damn near tearfully, talked about, the backlash she was getting. Supposedly Gayle King's getting death threats and everything from this. But I totally believe, and it was confirmed by talking to Taj Jackson, a nephew of Michael Jackson, that she knew about it. It was planned. Not only was it planned, I think that, like I was telling you, I think it was, she gave it up is when she said, she told the people that pretty much that she damn, what the hell did she tell the people? What this thing is CBS? Oh, she told the people pretty much that she I can't remember, right now what she said, but she slipped up and said a few things, and I'm reading her body language, and I'm seeing her, look like that she's trying to get something out of Lisa Leslie. Like she's trying to, when Lisa Leslie was like, I don't think that we should be going there to tarnish his legacy. And then she said that they went to trial, and Gayle King pretty much came back and said that, it was dismissed because the woman pretty much wouldn't testify. And when she said that, I was like, whoa, first of all, why would you bring it up? But second of all, why would you try to imply something like that at the end of that? So I think that the conversation that her and CBS had was the backlash part of it. Like, okay, yeah, you're going to get some backlash, but it'll go away. They'll forget about it in a few days. I think that it got to the point where it got so overwhelming, the death threats that supposedly came in, and, the people probably hitting her up on Twitter, Facebook, and all the social media, the calls, texts, whatever. She now was like regretting the decision for CBS to put it out. Like I said, in media, we know god daggone well that they take the juicy part, like I said yesterday, of the story, and they put it out there. What better now to put out there than the Kobe part and Lisa Leslie talking about Kobe's rape conviction. And then we talked to Taj. He says, like, yeah, it's definitely an agenda to destroy the image of Black men in entertainment, music, especially the bigger ones that have more positive image. We really got to put this together and go down the line and see how many of us, actors, entertainers, have legacies have been tarnished by mainstream media before and after death. We really need to look into that.
Yeah, and we will. And listening to him confirmed a lot for me. I was one to say, like I said earlier, maybe she didn't know. Right. And he confirmed, nah, it's no way. And she brought up some things that really was like, all right, yeah, you know what? You're 100% right. She used the word victim, but what about the victim? And you got somebody that's alleging something, and you got somebody that's a victim. Those are two very different things. And her wording and how she was trying to manipulate the subconscious mind into steering a narrative is something that he highlighted. It's something that she did to him in their interview. What about the victims? Well, what victims?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And these are games she's playing. Something else that stood out to me and caught my attention like a mug was the fact that Gayle King has ultimate control over her show.
Of course.
And nothing goes in or out unless she's okaying it and giving that checkbook. When he said that, I'm like, yo, then Sam, you bugging. Really think about that a little deeper, because that makes 100% sense. And she had to know exactly the pieces that were going to be in play. Now, what she didn't know is that people were going to cook her the way that they did.
Yeah,
and she got sensitive.
Yeah.
Now, Oprah, talked about Oprah. Oprah went in defending her girl today, playing the victim role, and Taj did not hold his tongue about Oprah at all. She has a heavier piece in a lot of this than what meets the eye in certain people and certain plays being played out and things like that. He said that the documentary about Russ was originally about Harvey Weinstein. He said that a lot of the attention that's being thrown out here, Kobe Bryant, now his untimely death, we're going to throw that controversy, this or that, are all deflections for other reasons. And Oprah has her hand in a lot of that. And to hear all of that and to see a woman who you're supposed to admire and aspire. We watched her when we were kids. We watched her go from where she was at to $1 billion. And to know that she's that deep to stop it, to stop us, to destroy a narrative, no matter where she can, is weird, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and what happens is, though, these people, they get to these positions and whatnot, and they sell out. And they allow people to come in, and somebody may come in with some type of agenda and say, look, we want to do so and so and so. And instead of them saying, heck no, I would never do that, they say, well, show me the money. Let's do this. Not to say that Oprah got to where she got. Nobody's saying, she didn't work hard and she wasn't one of the best people in what she did. Same thing with Gayle King. But when every time you turn around, Gayle King sitting down with R. Kelly, Gayle King sitting down, with Lisa Leslie, and the things that the way that they conduct the interview is not objective at all. They're always trying to push and stare a narrative. That was 100% orchestrated by CBS. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah,
they're masters in media. Now, Gayle King could say she didn't know, she did, and that was the case. Like, she would really convince me if she would just walk away from CBS at this point, because that's something to where it's like, yo, you don't do that. And the fact that she's staying there and continuing on, like, I think it was orchestrated, Sam, man. And like I said, talking to Taj Jackson, it confirmed it even more. And I'd have seen it. I watched a few minutes of it. I don't have to watch the whole interview. I need to look at that part where she said, because she said it. Like this, we've seen people say crazy stuff. They say, why don't you play the whole thing? You said the craziest thing right there. What I got to play anything else for?
Word. You know what? We also asked Taj, is there an agenda? Do you feel like there's an agenda out on Black men? And he said 100%, there's no doubt an agenda out, which was like, damn. And what better way to wrap that up and to stick it in the minds, the subconscious minds of the world, not just the Black world, because Black people are going to watch. But when you put this on CBS and ABC and these networks, white folk are watching, Asian people, all nationalities over the world are going to see images of your heroes. Because like he alluded to, and like we alluded to, Italy was crying, China was crying, America was crying, all nationalities were crying over Kobe Bryant. That's like Michael, beloved. And they're doing everything they can now to tarnish their name. And it backfired on them. They hit it too early. He alluded to that. Maybe they struck the chord too early. Maybe if they did it a month later, it may be a little easier on the soul and may got it off. But they did it too early and it backfired. But there is something, an agenda we're going to pick up. If there's something a little negative, we're going to leave that lasting image in your brain. This person, no matter how great they were, how great they did. And when you look at these other pieces that are currently in place, currently alive and continuing to live their lives and do things that are accused of some real foul shit, it's a double-sided coin. It's not cool.
And almost like you could just kind of count on, like, all right, this person's going to be next. This person's going to be next. Let's wait and watch when this person gets, accused of something crazy. So, we'll definitely see, man. He said a lot. I mean, it was probably like a 40-minute conversation.
Hell yeah. He said, I'm going to give you a quick 5. And you could tell that brother needed to get some stuff off his chest. So we let him.
Definitely.
That's Tito Jackson's son. That's Michael Jackson's nephew.
Yeah.
He called us and he want to talk. We're going to let him talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. He said some things, man, about Brandy Jackson. We got to bring this up. in regards to her silencing or them silencing her in the mainstream media. And when he went to speak to Gayle, and he was like, "Oh yeah, what about Brandy? She would know. She was dating Wade. She could despair everything that he said." And straight told him, "Nah, don't worry about that." You see, Oprah. He said Oprah had a hand in that. Oprah had a hand on the mainstream media shutting Brandy up. Brandy Jackson being, I believe, I forgot whose daughter she is, Jermaine, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the girlfriend, former girlfriend of Wade, one of the accusers of Mike.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the room when Wade was in the room. She was there.
She was there, yeah.
Hooked, Michael Jackson hooked him up. Her statement live to the world would really tear up their cases. Why is she not on camera talking about this if they really care about justice? Or do they? Right. And then you figure and you listen to how deep Michael is. It ain't just about music, baby. It's about something far deeper. And it's like,
he alluded to that Michael pretty much taught them to be proud to be Black.
Beautiful thing, man. That's what he started with.
Yeah, and taught them, you know, that they was going to pretty much come after me. I'm too powerful. You know, I'm not going to get into a lot of the things that Michael was into, but he was becoming a very, very powerful man, you know, to the point where he was going to be, you know, over, they say he's probably over a billionaire, but even more than that, probably one of the richest Black men in the world at some point if he was still alive. But yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot that we can't even talk about on here. He didn't want the conversation posted. I see why, but it goes deeper than anybody could ever know, and it pretty much confirmed it. You know, we're talking to him today, man. Crazy.
One final thing about what he said, man, and I got to bring up for the people is only right because they ain't getting to hear it. So we got to bring some of these things up to the people. We talked about some rappers, some of the prominent rappers in the game, and there was something going on, I believe, in the Grammys. I don't know if it was on the wake of Mike's death because we didn't get to hear the playback and really dive into the notes, or a couple years ago when they said we got to keep Mike's name alive. They're going to come after Mike. We got to.
Might have been Jay-Z.
Secure it. We don't know. He didn't give a name.
He didn't give a name.
He didn't give a name.
But it's stuff out there.
So it's a couple people that we can obviously kind of throw out there that would kind of be able to talk and make a move like that. The names come up, but we don't know. But he said that a lot of the rappers and entertainers are a lot more woke than what we see, even barring all the criticism. And there's some things going on behind the scenes. Not necessarily, I don't want to say any moves or actions, but they understand the game and they're not pawns in it. They're playing with the other side. They know what's going on.
Yeah, and I believe that. And I believe that everybody's not, you need some strategic pieces that people think that's, all right, they cool, spooks that sat by the door, I should say. They in with them. But nah, we just gathering information. Because you look at what the Fed and stuff do, that's what they do. They bring in people to get inside these organizations, infiltrate them, and get information. They act like they really a part of you, but now they feeding information back.
Right.
We need those same type of, you know, people. And I hope that that's what they're doing, you know, whoever those people are. And they find a way to, you know, ultimately get the power back where it needs to be.
Facts, man. Thank you, Taj Jackson, for reaching out to us, man. He said he was a fan of the show, which is humbling as hell.
Man.
That's humbling as hell. We got to talk to that brother and Brandy probably about this time last year, maybe like March. Okay. And it was a great interview. He said he's been watching it since, which is crazy.
Yeah, man.
And anytime you want to come on the show, brother, and now that we know you're going to be saying this, you're more than welcome to.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I hate to jump